Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video cast that X out all the rest. The one, the only, the longest reigning live show about the X Fan Show with your host, Dirty and the A-Train himself, Arlington Lane.
What's up, everybody? It's the X Fan Show. I am one of your hosts and co-founders. You know, we've never really referred to ourselves as co-founders of this.
But guess what?
Monstrosity.
I got to give a shout out to Jersey the King because he surely will. He sings high praises to us, and I'm like, who in the hell are we? We just individuals that put stuff together just to have a good time, and
all the way back in 2018, we decided to do this, Arlington, and we're going on 5 years, still growing. The Legion is growing, and for some reason, I don't get it. Oh, there's the hyena. She's already popped in. There is Jimmy. The champ is in the house, as Jimmy likes to tell everybody all the time that the Arlington Renegades are the champs. He likes to make everybody mad about that.
Can I reveal your news that you spoke of to me personally?
That Jimmy moved to San Antonio and now Jimmy is no longer a Renegade.
Here, Jimmy, you are no longer an Arlington Renegades fan. You are a San Antonio Brahmas fan. So don't act like you support the Renegade because you don't anymore.
Okay, sir, I'm going to need you to be an adult for a little while because we got a special guest coming in tonight on the show, okay? Thank you. See? John Turner gets it. Stop that. Stop it. You're an adult. Be an adult for once. Jesus. No, nobody can hear what the hell you have to say, sir.
Mute me, son of a bitch.
Hey!
Stop. Oh, you unmuted me right as I
you
said
didn't
it.
realize that now, did you? Didn't realize it, man.
Hey, Amanda goes, go to bed, little dirty. Why doesn't Amanda come put little dirty to bed?
Nobody even talking about this, so cut it out.
Yeah, Amanda, why don't you come put little dirty to bed? Yeah.
See, I wish I had an adult in the room for once, but guess what? This is what I'm stuck with.
She can put little dirty to bed, Arlington, anytime she wants.
Shut up. Go to bed, little dirty. We don't need you here right now. Look at that. See, he said he's going to be there September 9th. That's the news. He's going to be there. So he's going to be in attendance at you know what. You know what's going down, ladies and gentlemen. It's this. Boom. Ta-da.
Arlington, and you do realize that the out-of-state fans are still outnumbering the St. Louis fans. So,
hey,
St. Louis, you better step it up.
Baby. Bring them all in, man. I just found out. Oh, right. Hey, you'll find out September the 9th. Maybe. September the 9th is going to be a special day for not just us, but some other people too.
Why? For who?
You'll have to be there, and you have to be in attendance to know.
Oh. No, here we go. Robert goes, I vote to give Arlington the universal mute mic. Shut up,
Absolutely.
Robert.
I love it.
Nobody asked you.
This is what it's about, folks. B-Hawks, Autistic Speaks, Fan Appreciate Night, the X-Fan Legion, September 9th, Wild Sun Wine Room, 6 to 10. Got music from our guy, Big Papa G. And we're in for a night of food, fun, music, and just hope to see everybody there, man. Let's appreciate.
You know, Arlington, like I said, we've been doing this for 5 years, right? And this is just kind of for the B-Hawk. I mean, B-Hawk Live was born after you moved to Houston. But this is just for the Legion. This is for us to kind of give back to all the people who have supported us throughout the years across the XFL, all of that stuff. The people here in St. Louis, you're going to get to see our limited edition beer can, which we will have that night. Yes, Jimmy. No, we did not forget. You are a San Antonio Brahmas fan now, so you can't keep saying Renegades are the champs. So it's okay. You're no longer a Renegades fan. You moved to San Antonio. But, this is about us giving back to the fans that have all supported us throughout these 5 years, and stuff like that. And, of course, it is going to a good cause for Autism Speaks. Don't get me started because there was a douchebag that put something up. I went off on him yesterday. I won't do it today. Because, apparently I have to be a little professional.
I missed it.
You did. And no, Amanda, no, anytime you are anywhere is not a good time, even though we still love you.
Really? That's what we doing right now?
Huh? I just. Hey. But we do have a special guest. You are right, Arlington. Arlington, our special guest, we love you too, Jimmy. Our special guest, we've talked to a lot of famous people in the XFL world and the football world, right?
I guess you could say that. I guess.
But I honestly don't think we've ever talked to an active NFL player.
First NFL player is what you saying?
No, I'm talking about an active NFL player.
Yeah. And
have we ever talked to an active NFL player?
We do hope that he remains on the squad too,
Well, is he an active NFL player right now?
Yes, he is. He is an active.
Okay. Plays for the Atlanta Falcons.
Correct. Lucas Dennis, defensive back, will be joining us in just a little bit. But hey, man, 56 NFL players have signed. XFL players have signed NFL contracts. Listen, I'm going to bitch about what I have said in the past. That's fine, but to get that these guys are getting opportunities, to play in the NFL, it is big, and I applaud every single one of them, and the work that they're putting in. A lot of them are not going to, like a lot of the XFL players that played this past season are not going to get that shot, but they're going to continue on that journey. And I hope at some point that the XFL can be on its own,
Right. And Arlington, we got to give a big round of applause to our guy, Ball Hawk 1, for getting us Lucas Dennis on the show. He reached out to Lucas Dennis. Mr. Dennis said he'd love to come on the show, and then Amanda reached out. So, thanks to Ball Hawk 1 for getting Mr. Dennis on the show tonight. So, got to give him a round of applause.
David, I freaking get it. I get it. It doesn't mean anything, but I get the cuts and whatnot. But at the same time, there's going to be special cases here, and they're going to get a chance to play or get a chance to be on an NFL roster. And, all the hopes is to get on that 53-man roster. And
let's look at it this way, Arlington. There's the talk about which league is better. The XFL or the USFL, right? Well, the XFL produced 56 players that had been invited to camps, 56 that have signed rosters, where the USFL were sitting at about 30, right? So
Right.
which league is actually the better league? It's really a matter of opinion.
And that's what the fans, you know what I mean? That's what the fans are going to do. It doesn't
Now
matter.
look,
as long as these guys are getting a shot, that's what that matters. Over 80 players over spring football getting an opportunity have signed NFL contracts between XFL and USFL, right?
now,
And then we just had the whole thing with the IFL, the XFL
Yep.
combine and stuff. So, there are going to be more guys getting an opportunity. I had sent you a message. Do we want to reveal what I sent to you earlier? I think it was yesterday. I sent to you. There was some news.
when did you send it to me?
About one of the players that wind up? No, I don't want to talk about people getting cut, but that's part of the business. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
As part of the business,
What's up, Jersey the King?
And he had if it wasn't for the fact that his guest, I think we had him on the show before. Back when his guest was having a lot of trouble with the internet, it was actually a great interview. So if you missed it, make sure you check out the interview with Cecil Cherry on the Fang Gang Nation podcast Legion, network of shows that we have. All right, so make sure you tune into that. Go over to the Gridiron Podcast on YouTube. All right. We're feeling good. I'm grateful that guys are getting shots, and hopefully we get to see them.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I'm a little tired.
You did say that. You did say that.
I'm a little tired, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm getting old, Arlington. When you get to be 50 and you get to look really old, it starts to get tiring after a while,
Freaking sad.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I just feel so down in the
Dude, you got
dumps.
people booing you, man. Are you
Yeah,
serious?
it sucks when you're old and people tell you that you're old looking and, I mean, it's just, but, Arlington, me. Arlington, me. I don't really care what people say about me. They've been saying mean shit about me for years, and it ain't gonna change dirty.
Wow,
So it don't matter. See?
That's what we doing?
Yeah, look, Amanda says you are old dirty. Yeah, I'm old, but I do know certain people, I got more than gray hair. I got some white hair.
Really? That's what we doing?
What?
Before we get our guests, this is what you doing? Seriously?
Hey, that's the hyena. She's doing it. She's the idiot.
Yeah,
She's
right.
the one that's doing it. I mean.
Hey, y'all, don't forget Wild Sun Winery and Brewing Company, September 9th for our fan appreciation party. I know he's gonna he's gonna act nuttier that night. I already expect.
Don't we have something for that or something? I think right here. There it is, right there. September 9th. St. Louis fans, we're outnumbered. We're outnumbered by the away fans. You gotta start getting your tickets. The proceeds of the money are going to Autism Speaks. Come on. Why are we going to let the out-of-state fans, the other XFL fans, put us out and show us up? We're supposed to be the #1 fan base. Show that we are. Show it. Please.
You're so dumb.
Dirty, you are an idiot.
Stop
Your
doing
fans are idiots. None of them are going to show up to support you or your cause.
Jesus, God. It's just
Do you have to do that on every show, man? Like, for real? Every show?
people just coming on, Arlington.
Yo, hey, for real though. Yes, John David. As much as I hate when you do these voices, I do want to see that hair get chopped off.
Listen.
Would be awesome.
200 individual tickets have to be sold.
Chop it. baby. Chop it.
200 individual tickets have to be sold before these luscious locks go away.
It's got to be chopped. Got to be chopped, man.
Right, Jersey. Don't make me beg. Come on, people. Don't make me beg. Don't make me beg.
You know what? It might be a special time, but we need to shave it off anyway.
She ain't getting anywhere close to my head.
How much would a bet she will? I'm willing to bet she will. All right.
She ain't getting anywhere close to me at any time soon.
But back to the story at hand. 56 players. We have had some that have been released and those that have been signed. The latest of sorts was Matthew Gottell from the San Antonio Brahmas, signed to the the Seattle Seahawks. I seen that Delonte Scott, he got signed. Also, Carson Wells was signed, and Alex Millette and Lavert Hill, former Battlehawks, they all have been signed. And you know what? This is cool, man. But also, we had some releases. The Battlehawks had dropped a few names: Kareem Walker, John Toth, Billy Taylor, Hezekiah Grimsley, AJ Green, and Evan Fields all have been released from the XFL. And you know what? We already talk about this a lot. It's a business. You know what I mean? So players are going to come, players are going to go.
Now, listen, if you're a Brahmas fan, I'm a little upset, right?
Why?
I'm a little upset that Mr. Patrick signed a 2-year deal with the Tennessee Titans.
You can't blame him.
I can't blame him, but I mean, as much as I love the Brahmas fan base and I love their uniforms, it just makes him a little worse. Doesn't make him any better.
Well, wait a minute. See, you got to remember he came from he signed with the Broncos at one point, and then
he did.
He got signed by the Titans for 2 years. So, interesting to see.
What do we think? Here we go. Flame League Man says, "What do we think of the NFL maybe incorporating the XFL kickoff?"
We saw this coming.
Yeah, we saw it coming. Listen, guys, we knew they were a petri dish for the XFL, right? We knew that the XFL was a petri dish for the NFL, right? We knew it was going to happen. And listen, you could see that it works. You could see that it cuts down on the concussions. You could see that it is about player safety. Okay, look, everybody loved the kickoff in the NFL. That was one of the most exciting plays, right? But, I mean, I get it. I get why they're going to do it. It's going to help. It will make the game more exciting. I mean, look at Demarius Shepard, who is now with the Chargers. Dude had 907 kickoff return yards or something like that, led the league. It was exciting. It made those plays exciting again. I mean, I do love the way that the NFL is doing it, that if the kickoff goes to the end zone, or now they're between the well, no, they're doing, what is it? Yeah, they get the extra 5 yards or whatever, right? Or something like that. They put it at the 25 or the 30 now. So, I mean, I like it. Really, though, what was so much different about the USFL kickoff than the NFL kickoff?
Remember, these were the people that said that this was real football, right? Ignored the rules and everything. Even employed the NFL rules in the USFL game because they wanted to be different from what the XFL was doing. And now it's seeming like it's on the flip side of that.
Right.
So it was about player safety for the XFL here. That's why you're going to have to, let's not forget the camera from 2001, that eye cam that they used was from the old XFL, right? So I'm like, they love using it. The extra point. Now, I would not be surprised if the NFL decided to change that. It doesn't really hurt the game. It actually makes the game more exciting.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It does. And, and then like Sandy says right here, you knew that the NFL would copy something. They always have to put their stamp on approval on everything. And when we were at the town hall with Coach Beck and Russ Brandon down there at Ballpark Village, they had said that the NFL is going to work closely with them and that the NFL will incorporate some of the stuff they're using. And look, Arlington said it. He hated it that they were working with the NFL. But look what it's done. It's given 56 players an opportunity to get into the league and get to their ultimate goal. Is what it did.
True. So
is it really a bad thing? Hey Sandy, what's up? We got a lot of good football. I mean, look, regardless, I didn't really watch a lot of the USFL. I watched the Birmingham games because they had more of the fans there. But I didn't really watch a lot of the other ones and paid attention to it. But I mean, even the USFL, we still had some decent quality football. Just like in the XFL, we had decent quality football. You got to remember, a lot of these guys are just out of college and didn't make it to the NFL. A lot of these guys are D1 players and D2 players that are playing football. So it's not like it's terrible football. Like, what is the definition, Arlington? I'm going to ask you and ask the fans, what is the definition of good football? The only standard that we've had to go by for the last 100+ years is the NFL. So what is the definition of good football?
Well, as you can see that they keep adding, the NFL even per se was keep adding new rules, to the mix as years progress and the game starts to change and evolve.
Uh-huh.
Remember, NFL now mostly is more a quarterback league. You have to protect the quarterbacks more. You know what I mean? So because they want to see more excitement. As with XFL, all they did was when you score a touchdown, you can determine if you want to score from 2 yards out, 5 yards out, or 10 yards out. You're not ruining the game. You're not ruining the game. You have an opportunity to see some exciting plays that can happen. And you saw that a lot over this past year. Again, over 80% of the games this past year was determined by one score. And that's in the XFL up to 9 points.
Yes.
So that's what made the game exciting to watch. The gameplay, as it progressed throughout the season, and of course you're going to get not so great football in the first 5 weeks or so, but then as the season, but if you look at how the game was going, everybody on the same level, it actually wasn't bad.
Okay. Let's go back to that. Was it really bad football those first 5 weeks in the USF or in the XFL? I would give it,
because you're playing with these guys for the very first time, and some are getting their first real touch of professional football.
What's up, Ridge?
Playing 11 on 11.
Rig.
So, this is a big thing for them, and you playing at a professional level.
I wouldn't say that the first 5 weeks were bad football for the XFL. I would say maybe the first 2 weeks.
Okay.
I'd say maybe the first 2 weeks, because you did see a lot of unnecessary errors that players were making. So I really wouldn't say it was 5 weeks like it was in 2020. Because in 2020, it seemed, we talked about how, it was so great that Vince was waiting this long to do it, right? But we saw a lot of bad football coming around in 2020. A lot of bad football in 2020. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say, and then in the USFL, those first couple weeks were pretty horrible to watch. But I wouldn't say that this version of the XFL and the USFL was terrible football. I'd say give it 2 weeks. Wasn't great football, but then it really got good. And as you got later to the season, it got really good. And it was like you said, Arlington, the 80 the reps sucked. It was like you said, we did the math. It was 80-something% of all games were determined by 9 points or less.
Mm-hmm.
That's one possession. Now you got to remember, it was weeks 14, 15, 16 in the NFL. We had some terrible football in the NFL in those 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I know that's why a lot of people enjoy watching.
He goes, I'm blind, I'm deaf, I want to be a ref.
That's a good rhyme, man. I love it. I actually love it.
Right, yeah.
But that was the thing about making sure that player safety was on key. Granted, the refs wasn't the best, but hey, you had to remember what they were given the same way like it was in 2020 when the refs then in those 5 weeks was trying to figure out what rules were making it work. And so, but then they got to practice. There wasn't really much practice for this scrimmages and all that stuff.
And look, I think everybody can sit here and bitch and moan about the hub. I think that the hub model helped this version of the XFL. I honestly think it helped it. It helped the plays develop faster. It helped the teams develop faster. You know, it helped. I mean, how many injuries did we really see? Like long-term injuries where guys were out for an entire season in the
I
XFL.
ain't gonna lie, we had a lot. San Antonio took a major hit when it came to injuries and stuff. But you got to remember, it was getting back into the fold. Same thing that happened back in 2020 with the with the XFL. That there were guys that hadn't played in a while. So, you know, even though they were training and stuff, it was getting back on the field, and some things weren't happening. Some things weren't working. Remember, AJ McCarron went down. Then, you know, last year. And then many of the Brahmas players that we wanted to see, you know, Reed Sennett and you had.
Wait, whoa! Stop the clock.
I'm trying to make a point here about. I'm trying to make.
We wanted to see Reed Sennett. I didn't.
Yes, listen. I wanted to see him play out there. Okay,
I didn't.
Hey, I did. Jack Cohn.
I didn't.
You know, he got a chance to play. He got hurt himself. But see, and here's the thing. This was about, everybody kept talking about not having the players in their hometowns. This was about making sure that the players were taken care of. They were cutting down on expenses. This was the quote unquote losses that everybody kept talking about, $60 million. They had to spend that money to make sure that everything was covered. Not to mention the losses that they took, if you want to call it a loss, the bankruptcy thing. So this was about making sure that stuff was taken care of, right? And granted, we bitched and moaned about the whole thing with the merchandise, with fan interaction and all of that. I told y'all, well, it was about the first time. This was about making sure that the season got off the ground.
You know, I'm torn on that one.
I bitched about it too. You know I did.
I know, but I'm torn on that one, and here's why. In 2020, yeah, it was great that we had the players in town, right? And we had them practicing in town, okay? But did you really get to go watch the players practice? Did they ever have an open practice to you?
It wasn't even about the open practices. This was about being in 2020. This was
okay, but then how many? Let's really look at it, Arlington. How many times did we actually see players out and about in events in 2020?
I mean, they had them out there. You know what I mean?
Not really.
It was like pulling teeth, but they were able to get them out there.
Look, they had how many? They had 45 happy hours, right, Arlington?
Right.
And we went to 42 of them, right? How many times did we see players? 3 times in 2020 in 45 happy hours. We saw Jordan the one time because that was at the draft because he was in St. Louis. All the quarterbacks were in their home cities, and they did it, right? And then we saw Jordan again with somebody else. I can't remember who it was at a Dick's. And then we had the two. I said Dick's.
Come on, man.
I didn't say Dick. I said Dick's.
Okay, I got you, dude. Go ahead.
Then we had the other two guys. We had the other two guys, and because we got to talk to them, and it was at the one bar right in downtown. So I mean, 3 times. 3 times you got to see the players in their home cities out at an event. Now look, as much as the marketing sucked this time around with the XFL, there was 5 times that the terrible marketing of XFL 2023 had players out and about in towns. Now, they just did it 24 hours prior. Not a lot of notice, but I mean, so really, is it such a big deal that our players aren't here in town because they're not really out and about?
Right.
I mean, so I get why fans want the players here in town, right? I get it. But is it really a big deal? We never got to see any of the practices. You know, at least if you're in the Houston or in the Texas area, guess what you can go see? You can go see those practices.
Right.
I think. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, right?
Where are you talking about now?
Isn't it when aren't they open to the public in that area down there or no?
Come on, Arlington or Houston?
Just all the practices in the area.
Not to my knowledge.
Oh, okay. Well, Dirty's an idiot, so I'm wrong for the second time in the 5 years on this show. So, yeah.
But that was the thing about they were again. It was about making sure that the season was going along as they had wanted it to go. You know what I mean? So, and they made sure, like, without a hitch, you know, everything was moving. And yes, like what you see here, guys, coaches like Coach Tomlin in Pittsburgh and Coach Campbell in Detroit giving spring leagues some credit. You know what I mean? And hopefully that's what's going to bring for season 2 is more eyeballs. And I think that they did what they could. Now just making sure that when they bring out the schedules and stuff, that, you know, people want to check it out more on television.
See, like right here, look, I mean, the good doctor, a huge NFL fan. I mean, he likes the Kansas City, Kansas Chiefs. Huge fan of the Kansas City, Kansas Chiefs. Says that the NFL is having serious discussions on adopting a new kickoff rule.
If they're talking about player safety, why would you not do it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Why wouldn't you do it? You know, hey, this is the X Fan Show. We are the video cast that X's out all the rest. I am one of your hosts. Dirty, right there is my partner in crime, as always, the one, the only.
A-Train Arlington Lane. Oh my goodness.
We're supposed to have our guest on, but I don't know if he's coming on or not. He might have flaked. He might have flaked on us.
You think so?
Luka Dennis might have flaked on us, but that's okay. That's okay. Right? Yes, we are the leader of all the basement dwellers in the of the XFL. We are the small potatoes. Just hashtag just not big enough. But we love you guys every Wednesday night. You know,
$5. He's gonna say I forgot.
But I agree. No, he saw the message. He just saw the message. He just hasn't clicked on the link yet. So that's what I'm saying. I think he might have flaked on us, but that's cool. We still love you, Lucas, we still love you. We hope you make the Atlanta Falcons. We hope you do your thing, brother. We still love you. Battlehawk for life. We still love you.
Wait a minute, hold on. He said, good doctor says only a matter of time till we see the helmet protectors in games.
The Guardians, they're talking about putting the Guardian caps on. You're right, good doctor. I am used to being heard that it's just not big enough. You are right. You know.
Listen, Dirty has had to hear about how tiny and how big his belly is for his entire life. That's all he's saying. What?
This is the reason.
What?
This is the reason why.
What?
Look what you're doing.
What?
You LA Knight now?
What?
Stone Cold Steve Austin?
What?
Hey, let me talk to you. Yeah.
I have never seen, like, they literally have put 100 of the Altitude Era in that man.
Oh, 100%, right?
Like 100% of him and put the Attitude Era all in that man. Good grief. But hey,
right,
again, like, really, I am so excited for what the XFL is doing.
Arlington, I'm so excited that we got ghosted by our guest tonight.
You really finna trash him, ain't you? Yep.
No, I'm not. I mean, the dude's busy. He's an NFL player now, right? He's an NFL player, probably learning how to study that playbook.
Yes.
I get it. Busy guy.
Busy guy. What he needs to do.
Right. Busy guy. I still much love. Much love to the man. I'm still going to be rooting for the Atlanta Falcons. I won't be rooting for the Steelers because of Hakeem Butler got cut. So that's all I'm saying.
Really? No.
Yeah, he got cut. I mean, no hands. No hand Butler. He ain't playing. He can't do it. He couldn't hang. Couldn't hang.
Not doing it.
Couldn't hang. No hand Butler got cut. Couldn't hang.
You know what? I hope that didn't happen to Lucas Dennis either, man. Like, seriously. I hope not, man.
What?
That he got cut. No, I'm not playing, dude. Like, seriously.
No, I'm not either.
Like, you know what? I'm feeling for him, man. Like, listen.
Now look, I got you all discombobulated.
You do, man. Like, don't.
All right, you want me to get this back on track? You want me to get?
don't play like that, man.
Hello, Arlington. How are you today?
Really? That's what you doing now, man?
Yeah.
No, I ain't seen nothing. So good. He's still on the
So
team.
does that mean?
You go,
He
Arlington.
would.
Yeah, he would.
It means he will return to the battle if that was.
So here's what we know: that if Akeem Butler joins back to the Battlehawks, we do know that the first 18 passes that is thrown to him, he will get
Nope.
dropped them.
I have not seen on the official transactions that he got cut. What they say? You guys talk about that Arlington player that went back to the CFL Tuesday. You got to go back to when we actually talked about that because we did.
Well, okay, you speak of the CFL, right? I mean, think about even what the CFL and the XFL players have went. CFL players went from the CFL to the XFL, right? I mean, it. Yes, only if they aim in his chest he can catch it. But
shut up, Kevin.
That's barely though. That's barely, Kevin. I mean, what was that show? The replay, or what was it? The remember the '88? Oh, Unnecessary Roughness with Scott Bakula when he was the 72,000-year-old rookie quarterback playing for the Armadillos, and he would throw the ball at the Scarecrow.
You call it the Armadillos? Is that?
Yeah, the Armadillos. He would throw it right there. He would throw it at the 88, and then the 88, the Scarecrow would do it. Yeah.
And you're not going to hear from him. You're not going to hear. There's no point of hearing from him.
Because Vince McMahon destroyed the XFL. So get over it, everybody. I said
never
it.
Hear from him.
Now, Arlington, it's funny. There is a certain individual that owns this league, right?
Okay. All right.
Works
Kevin,
with a certain company.
All right, where are you going with this? This is what I can't say. Where are you
going?
The
Rock just donated a buttload of money to the Actors Guild and the Screenwriters Guild, saying that he is done working with Disney. Now, here's the question. Who is the XFL's TV sponsor?
Okay, where are you going with this? Where are you going with this? Now, they could break away from that. Remember, that was also big talk.
That is true.
That's big talk that they could break away from them. Right now, they are under Disney, ESPN. I get it. But at the same time.
All right, here you go, Arlington. I found the article. So this is from July 25th, right? And I'm surprised we haven't talked about it yet on this show, and we haven't.
What's that? About the owner and Disney.
Yeah, I just found it funny because I was looking for stuff to talk about, and so Dwayne sends shockwaves, openly denounced Disney. Though this is courtesy
fake websites.
No, this is courtesy of InsideTheMagic.com.
Oh,
or .net.
They talk bad about Disney all along. That is your favorite site to go to. They also have said that they were removing Disney Plus.
First thing I pulled up, Arlington.
No.
Can I finish? Can I read this?
No, absolutely not, because that's a trash.
Actor Dwayne Johnson six shotways around Hollywood with his latest development in a direct challenge to.
I can't do that to you. You act like I can't sit there and do that to you, man. This is trash that you just posted. You know it. It's all complete trash. Right. Oh, right, Rig. If it was on the internet, it has to be true.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Inside the magic is.
Hey, listen.
Denouncing this.
Right, it is. If it's on the internet, it's true. Just like if it's on Fox News and CNN, it's true. If it's on those two news channels, it's true. You know it. It's true.
Kurt. Okay, Kurt. I hear you talking, Kurt. Talking weird, Kurt, as you always do. This is the X-Man Show. I am the A-Train, Arlington Lane.
My ear itches.
It's not dirty. That's Kurt. And we're sponsored by Wild Sun Winery and Brewery. Make sure that you pull up the banner real quick, sir.
Oh, Jesus, you are so pushy tonight.
Yes. Pull up the banner.
There you go.
September 9th, D-Hawk Live Autism Speaks. Fan Appreciation Night. Big party. Saturday, September 9th at Wild Sun Winery. All right, you can drop it.
What? Oh, okay. We good?
And we're broadcasting through the X-Man Legion
I
studio.
had a tickle in my throat.
You sickening. You're sickening.
Well, I had to cough, bro. I had to cough.
Hold
We were
it
supposed
in,
to be
man. Hold
joined
it
by
in.
Luka. We were supposed to be joined by Lucas Dennis today, but he got tied up in the Atlanta playbook,
Thank
studying
you.
the games.
See? So if Dirty says
But-
it's perfect, I mean it's true.
Yeah. So, anyways, we were supposed to be joined by Lucas Dennis. Playbook. Dude's busy trying to make that Atlanta Falcons roster. So no hard feelings. We still love you guys. It's all good. Yes, let's go, St. Louis fans. You are right. Rig Rocker is he's calling you guys out, St. Louis. The out-of-state fans outnumber you guys. Outnumber you. You know, and then we have guys.
I think it's great that the out-of-state fans are outnumbering the St. Louis fans. You guys should really be ashamed of yourself, St. Louis. Ashamed of yourself that you're not coming and supporting.
Hey, so
Isn't God supposed to be a nice person? Not mean? Jesus. Whew.
He don't hate people, man.
Huh?
Anyway, hey, so look, we're in the preseason now. There are going to be cuts made. You know, we always talked about saying in the XFL. There are going to be. Do you think there might be some quarterbacks that the XFL might want to employ from the NFL? Say, hey, come on over here. We want to see what you got.
Rig Rocker's taking shots. The out-of-state fans will overtake on September 9th. Woo!
They probably
Taking
will.
shots. Taking shots.
They probably will.
There's only going to be one quarterback from the XFL that will not be returning, and that is Ben DiNucci. He will be the starter.
Yeah, that forever.
He will be the starter in Denver, and he will lead the Denver Broncos to the AFC Championship, then lead them to the Super Bowl. They will go 17-0. Rig, I'm hoping the fans prove you wrong, bro, but it don't look like it right now. The St. Louis fans don't look like it right now, man. It don't.
Hey, I hope Abram Smith.
He won't be sitting on the bench, Amanda. Kirk Cousins is going to be sitting on the bench because he's a basket head case.
I hope Abram Smith makes the Minnesota Vikings and be the starting running back for the Minnesota Vikings.
You think so? Oh, wow. The Giants are playing. There's preseason is on tonight. I forgot. What is today?
Hey, I know that guy. You do too.
Ha!
You know that guy.
Rick Ruby.
He said DiNucci would be proven wrong by me too.
These idiots. Idiots.
They don't like the dude. They hate him just like we do. Hey, but guess what? In that last game, I didn't hear the ha. I didn't hear none of that. Good. Because you know what he's doing? He's trying to concentrate so he can make the squad.
Look at this. He says, if they do, I will stand up in front of everyone and admit defeat. Right now, Rig, I don't think you're going to have to stand up and admit defeat because it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Fumble Nooch all day long. Yeah, but they got to the playoffs. The Battlehawks didn't. That's all I got to say under the guidance of the gunslinger, the Nooch Gooch. The Nooch that the Gooch got him there, you know.
A few times I get to see a Cardinal game here in Houston.
Oh, the Cardinals are playing? Yeah, that's another team that's up on two shades of garbage.
Trash. This is complete trash. They are.
Trash.
Absolute
Welcome
trash.
to St. Louis right now is Trashville. The Blues are a terrible organization. The Cardinals are a terrible organization.
You can't say the Battlehawks are. You can't say
the Battlehawks are. They can't say that.
You can't say that. Granted, they didn't.
Arlington. You know what? Arlington. I do have an announcement, though, for the September 9th event.
Okay.
There will be you will get a chance to win free beer for a year. Restrictions do apply. You have to be present, but you will get a chance.
21.
You have to be 21, but you will get a chance to win free beer. We are also Trey Watson will be there. Right. We also have just found out, we had some things donated. Not going to tell you everything, but we do have 3 Blues tickets to a Blues game.
Hold on. Did you just trash them?
Hey, listen, man. If somebody wants to give me free Blues tickets so I can help raise money for Autism Speaks, I'm going to take them. That's all I got to say about that.
You sat there and trashed them. You're going to sit there. It's amazing.
Hey, That's all I got to say. But I trashed the Cardinals, and I'm going to that game tomorrow night. So, you got anything else to say? That's what
you ain't got nothing nice to say at all.
I never have anything nice to say about anything. But anyways, that's beside the point. We have Blues tickets to be raffled off. And the big Rig Rocker. You ready for this, Rig? Ball Hog 1 is donating his jersey that he wore at the St. Louis Showcase on July 7th. And it is going to be signed by former Atlanta Falcon, XFL hopeful Lakobe Tucker. Will be signing that jersey, and that will be auctioned off also. And then, let's see. What else? We have something else big. Oh, hey, Hyena. He goes, that will be coming back to Houston with me. Hey, Hyena. I know you can pop on. I know you're watching. I know you have. Oh, we got Trace cleats, but let's give the other big item. Hop on, Hyena. Come on.
Right,
Hop on. What? Yeah, she does. She knows she can hop on. But it's going to take her, she's not, listen. It'll probably take her 20 minutes, but the show will probably be over by the time she gets on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you ain't bringing nothing but a challenge now.
The show will be over by the time she figures out how to get on. That's all I'm saying. I can barely work any of this that I have here in this studio. It's all new. So
I will say this though, you're talking bad about St. Louis sports. The soccer team and then the Battlehawks had a winning record this past.
Hey, that's true. That is true. But Messi is in the MLS now, and the dude played 7 games and scored 400,000 goals. So oh shite. Oh.
Hey, I know that face. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
It's the Queen, Hyena. Queen.
Hey.
What
else we got coming for the big party?
Well, I would say a lot more stuff, but I don't know if I'm allowed to.
No, say what you talked about. Say the phone call that you got today. Let's talk about that.
So I talked with the little lady that's been on our show. You might know her as the coach's wife. So we might have some real fun things coming this way that y'all will not want to miss out on, and stuff for actually women too. So for all of you out there that think that this is just for men, it's not. It's also for women too. There will be some stuff that the women will be able to go for the silent auction on too.
Cool. I like that.
So if you guys don't realize what she just said, is she talked to a certain individual that was the coach's wife, and they're giving us stuff for the auction.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know what it is yet, right? You don't know what it is, Queen?
We don't know what it is yet, but I will tell you, Trey is also going to bring some Battlehawk headbands too, which is pretty cool, and he'll be there, so you can get those signed as well. And we will have Trey photos available for people to use to have Trey sign them as well. So.
$45 a piece. $45 a piece for a photo. You're doing it for a good cause. No,
wait, what? Sandy says thank you.
That was the point. That was the point.
Sandy says thank you, Amanda. Amanda, we do have we were supposed to have a special guest, Luka Dennis, but he got tied up with the Atlanta playbook. He's trying to make the team, so no hard feelings. So just send him a message saying that we understand. Dirty just thinks he's a douchebag. You could throw me under the bus.
I sent him a message already and said, "How dare you do this to the hyena?"
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. You better not have. Look at this, Rig Rocker.
HBIC up in this.
No, you did not.
Rig Rocker says we all love you, Amanda. But Amanda, there is somebody that wants to talk to you.
No, I don't want to talk to Little Dirty. He needs to go to bed. And I don't have anything to say.
Listen, Amanda. There is no need to get angry. You should have did the job better, but you didn't. And now Arlington and Dirty look like chumps. It's very easy for Dirty to look like a chump, but not so much Arlington. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
he
Oh,
wants
no,
to
don't do it. Please don't do whatever I think you're about to do.
He wants to keep talking. Keep talking, bro.
Oh, she got the cutters.
Because it's coming for you.
Listen, that's child abuse. You can't do that to an 8-year-old child. That's child abuse. That is child abuse. And I will call child abuse service on you if you try to shave my head.
You know what? I could say something right now, but I will bite my tongue and not say it.
Wow, that'd be a first. You biting your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Amanda. Thank you. Yeah,
Right.
we're going to shave that head. That's what we're definitely going
Mm-hmm.
to shave that
Ladies
head.
and gentlemen, this is the X Fan Show. We are the video cast that X is all the rest. Arlington will be taking resumes at XFL or at xfanshow@gmail.com because Dirty will not be here next week because he will be dead. Amanda and Daddy Ed will be taking your resume at xfanshow@gmail.com. So send them to them. They're going to be looking for a new co-host because Dirty will probably be dead within the next probably, I don't know, hour or so.
Hour, less than that, bro. Less than that. Less than that.
Sandy says, "Say it, LOL."
Hey, I
Yeah,
wonder if a lot of people got the hint. I really wonder.
Queen, thank you for joining us. We do appreciate it. Bye. We'll just kick her out just like that. Oh boy.
I do love shenanigans at times, and these are the times I like.
Arlington, I can't believe you got me in trouble again.
No, you get yourself in trouble.
No, you got me in trouble. You had to get her on here. You had to get her on here, didn't you?
It was for the event, not whatever.
Yeah, then you had to egg her on. You had to have her stir the pot. Stir the pot.
I'll take that blame. Hey, listen.
Stir the pot. Arlington. Always stir in the pot. Stir in the pot is Arlington.
Yeah, I guess so, man. I'll take that heat. Right. You stay in trouble. Right. And you keep digging deep. And it's because that's what you do. Every single time, man. Oh, I don't want to put that comment up. I don't. But hey, I'm looking forward. Seriously.
September 9th.
For 2024, though.
I am too.
I
am too.
I want to see what the group is going to be like again, man. Like,
and here's what I'm loving so far. So, like, a lot of credit to XFL analysts, right? That just put out all the rosters. And if the rosters stay the same way, the team that I'm really going to be most interested in will be the Orlando Guardians and the Vegas Vipers. Those will be the two teams with Dr. Anthony Bivin over there, bringing that Giants-type offense and defense to that, right? And then with Terrell Buckley, how Orlando really started turning it on there at the end in the season. And, I mean, they beat DC.
A more competitive club, yeah.
Right, they beat DC. So it's going to be interesting to see how these players start to go because you got to figure we're probably looking late October, early November to do the draft again, right? So it's gonna be interesting. And then cuts are just around the corner. And then right before the draft, you're gonna have more cuts in the NFL to trim the rosters down. So it's really going to be interesting to see how this is going to work out and which teams improve and which teams actually do improve. That's what's going to be very interesting to me.
I know this sounds crazy, but I would love to see another name. You know, we know from the I heard Travis Rudolph's name was thrown out there. Tavon Austin's name was thrown out there.
Yeah.
Another name to throw in, man, just to make it a little bit more exciting.
All right, here. So I just watched The Untold on Netflix with Johnny Football.
Okay.
Now, see, like right here.
Yes, it is. It's going to be limited, very much so. But they are releasing people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I saw the Battlehawks had trimmed a lot, a bunch, I should say, a roster spot. So right now it seems limited, but they're going to open up some spots.
I don't think you're going to see the schedule probably until December.
Yeah, you have to say it's got to be late in the year.
I'd say earliest November, late November, latest December, right before New Year's.
Because there's some a few hiccups right now.
Well, I mean, you got Cashman Field being remodeled, and then you got
TDECU is gonna get some renovation.
TDCU's getting some renovations, so you got to figure all that out, right? But I'm not even really worried about the schedule. I mean, I'm just excited that the XFL has announced they're coming back. I mean, really, if you want to look at it, just go to here in St. Louis, just go to Explore St. Louis's website. You can kind of tell when the Battlehawks are going to be home and away.
Right. And
if you go to their website.
Remember, we got a few minutes before we get out of here. Remember, there was something you showed me.
Mm-hmm.
I got a text message from you, which had Battlehawks for 2024, and it had a bunch of dates. I guess you thought maybe it was a schedule. I'm telling you, everything's going to be flipped from last season. Like whatever was home and away for the other 4 opponents.
Okay, Arlington, I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
Where did the Battlehawks play the Arlington Renegades at?
They played them in St. Louis.
Where did they play the Roughnecks at?
In Houston.
Where did they play Orlando at?
In St. Louis.
Now on that little thing I sent you,
they were reversed.
They were at Arlington.
Yep.
Orlando.
Exactly.
And Houston was here.
Exactly. They were reversed because those were they played. Because they played differently this past season.
Right, just like Jared said. I think St. Louis is playing Orlando in Orlando, and that's exactly how it's going to be. Now, I'm not saying that's what I found online was true, because like if you go to the other cities,
it was. It's just you didn't have what the tentative dates were. That's
right.
All.
But if you go and look at it, it said that the Battlehawks were away for their first 4 games of the year.
There's a good chance that could be.
I mean, it could be because they were gone the last 3 weeks. But like, look here in St. Louis. Here's what I'm going to tell you. If you really look at the beginning of our football season, what is there? You have the bridal show, the monster truck, and the RV show in February. In February, you think they're going to cut the XFL slack and move them over those guys? No, they're not. No, Sadie, I don't think St. Louis is going to have a home opener at home.
That's how. Okay, here in Houston, I'm gonna say this: when it comes to sports, Houston Rockets are going to get priority during that month, right?
Yep.
Astros are going to get priority right after that. Believe it or not, the Texans are going to get priority, even though they won't be playing a season. And you'd be like, well, why is that the case? Because of the coverage that they get. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
now, Jersey, where did you see this at? Because I haven't seen that one yet.
Exactly. That's it right there, Rick. He hit the nail on the head.
Well, right, yeah, the Houston Rodeo. All right, so so here, Arlington, let's play it, right? Let's play it, okay? No, Ted, Lucas didn't come on, buddy. He didn't come on. He got busy tied up with the playbook there in Atlanta. He didn't come on. He got tied up with the playbook in Atlanta. So no worries. Understand, dude's trying to make the NFL. I haven't seen that yet. I have not seen that yet, and I have not been told by my source that that's the thing that's going to happen. But Arlington, we got about a minute left. Let's play this, okay? What it would be, let's go with every home opener for every city. Okay? So let's start with Orlando. Who would you want to see Orlando play in their home opener?
Wow. Vegas.
Vegas? I'll tell you who it is. I would want to see the Defenders. Because they're the only team that beat the Defenders, and the Defenders only played them once, and Defenders would want to correct that wrong. So I would love to see Orlando and Defenders.
DC. If that's the case, then DC should play Orlando. And I mean, DC should play Orlando in DC.
Oh, we're talking about we're talking about the team's home stadium. So if I'm saying
right, DC and Orlando won't.
No, we're going to Orlando. You said who?
Who did I say?
Vegas.
I said Vegas.
I said DC.
Did Vegas play Orlando?
Yes, they all teams played each other. All right, now let's go to Vegas. Who would you like to see Vegas play in their home opener?
Jesus. Seattle.
Ooh.
I like Seattle. Yeah.
Good. Good. Like that.
Yeah,
that.
I like this one right here. If that's the case.
You know, I'll go with you. I'd like to see Vegas in Seattle.
Open up the season with the champs going against DC.
Right. Okay. I would love to see Vegas in the Seattle. All right. Now, let's go. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna go to Arlington. I agree. I would say I'd want to see Arlington and DC
in Arlington
as their home opener. You agree with that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what other? Okay, so we did Arlington. So now we do the Brahmas. Who would you like to see the Brahmas play?
I want them to go to St. Louis and see if they can.
No. It's Brahmas home opener.
Brahmas home opener. So it could be any team.
Any team.
Oh, DC, because I want them to see if they can actually get revenge back.
Okay.
They were supposed to win that game against DC.
Well, that's why I said Orlando and DC. Orlando.
I can't use St. Louis because if I wanted St. Louis, I would have said San Antonio.
Right. Okay. So you're saying who are we on? We're on what team are we on?
We were on the Brahmas.
Brahmas. Ooh, for me and the Brahmas, I'd love to see. I'd say the Roughnecks.
Oh, start off with a Texas showdown.
Yep, I'd love to see this Texas showdown. Right. Love to see that. Right. Okay. Now. So we've done Orlando, we've done Seattle, we've done Vegas. No, we didn't do it. We've done Orlando, we did Vegas, we've done the Renegades, we've done the Brahmas. Now we're at Houston, your home city, right now. Houston, who would you like to have as their game? Home opener.
But you got me thinking. It's like hard, man.
I have it. I have mine.
The Brahmas.
You go with the Brahmas?
Yeah.
I'd go with the Renegades because the Renegades beat them at their home to get to the championship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That would be
that's why I would say them. All right.
But
they gonna
play each other twice a year anyway, so
that's true. Now, okay, let's go St. Louis. I think it's easy to say who would want us the home opener. The Brahmas in St. Louis, right? Yeah. All right, Seattle. Who would you like to see the home opener for Seattle?
Good question. Jesus, that's kind of difficult, man. You know what? This is gonna be different. I want to see them play Orlando.
Okay, all right, Orlando. I could go with that, but I would say DC because they lost to DC in DC.
See,
they can bring them to Seattle and maybe beat them in Seattle.
I want Orlando
because you remember in Seattle that game was only won by 3 points.
Right.
Now, the undefeated team, or the team that only lost one, DC. Who would you want as their home opener? I have it. I have mine.
I want St. Louis.
Yeah, exactly. St. Louis
said as the home opener. I should have said that for St. Louis' home opener is DC. I should have said the defender. Yes, I want revenge. That's a loud crowd for that game. All right, Red.
Right, yeah.
Good night, man.
All right, well, we got to get out of here. I'm getting fat. My belly's starting to sweat.
Lucky you.
I know, right? So again, this is the X Fan Show. We are the video cast that X's out all the rest. We're the longest reigning. Hey, please go like all of our social medias. Go to the X Fan Show and follow all of our Legion pages. I'll follow all the Legion shows, the Smoking Guns, Horns Forwards, Texans Talking Football, the Fang Gang, Gridiron Gang. We got the Neon Green or the Neon Mafia coming, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna have an Arlington Renegade show coming. So please go pay attention to all that. Go and like all of those guys, right there. The Neon Green Mafia. There's a new show that's getting ready to start here soon. And September 9th, we have the big event. We're not going to keep saying it. Go on the social media. There it is. Scan the QR code. You get a commemorative cup for that event with the free beer. And you have a chance to win free beer for an entire year. An entire year. I am Dirty. Arlington, do you have anything else to say?
No, I'm good, man.
I just thought. Oh, yeah. Luka Dennis, thank you for joining us tonight. We understand that you got busy with the playbook. We do appreciate it, though. Hey, man, no worries. Study that playbook hard. Make that Atlanta Falcons squad so you can be representing the STL here in St. Louis. Please study that playbook hard, man, so you can get to the Falcons. That's all I got to say on that one, Arlington.
Good night, y'all.
Is that what it is? You think so? Good night?
Good night. Just like that.